So BeatemUps just dropped a video asking if he's getting too old for video games. And honestly, I get it. I really do. Life gets heavier, your energy gets shorter, and the hobby that used to feel like oxygen suddenly feels like, well, work. You want to play, but you can't get yourself to actually do it. But my take, no, you're not too old. You're probably dealing with something completely different, and none of it means gaming is over for you. Let's be real. Gaming stopped being a kid thing a long time ago. The average gamer today is 35 to 36 years old. We're about to hit that 35 mark. The industry literally designs games for adults with jobs, families, and responsibilities. Kids aren't finishing 200-hour RPGs. Adults are. Kids aren't grinding raids at 10 p.m. after a full workday. We are. Gaming grew up with us. So the idea that once you hit a certain age, you should put down the controller, that's outdated thinking. But there is something real going on. It's not age, it's burnout. And burnout can make it feel like you're too old, even though that's not what's happening. Burnout shows up like this. You start a game and bounce off in 5 minutes, and you feel tired before you even open Steam. You keep buying games hoping something will hit. You want to play, but the spark isn't there. Think of it like playing your favorite song way too many times. At first, you're obsessed. Then suddenly you don't want to hear it ever again. But a year later, you love it again. Your brain just stops giving you dopamine for the same repetitive loop. That is so common in long-term hobbies, and with gaming, something we've done for decades, burnout does happen. So the second piece, life changes. When you're younger, gaming is basically your full-time passion. You have time, you have energy, you have bandwidth. But as an adult, you work more. You parent, you manage a home, you're dealing with actual mental load. So no, you don't have 100 hours for a single playthrough anymore. You don't have patience for slow intros. You don't want tutorials that last 3 hours, and that doesn't mean you've grown out of gaming. Just means you've evolved. That's why adults naturally shift toward cozy games, roguelikes, short narrative experiences, online games with friends, because it doubles as social time. Mobile or casual titles you can, play in 10-minute bursts. It's not really about your age. It's about available emotional capacity. Now, here's my honest take. Sometimes hobbies die. Sometimes interests fade. And that's perfectly okay. We stop playing instruments. We stop watching certain genres. We stop caring about sports teams. Life shifts. As long as the shift is your choice, not something you're pressured into because of age. If gaming stops serving your mental health, if it stops fulfilling you, if something else is giving you a lot more joy, that's not too old. That's just you evolving as a person. And there are tons of gamers who walk away for 2, even 3 years. I even at one point, I think, took almost a 2-year hiatus after my strenuous and long Dota 2 career. Then suddenly come back with a passion like it never left. Hobbies aren't linear. They come and go. And here's how to tell whether you're actually done with gaming or just burnt out. You're burnt out if you still think about gaming even when you're not playing a new title, or a certain trailer still excites you and makes you want to play. You just don't have the energy. You feel overwhelmed by your backlog. You keep checking reviews, news, patch notes. You might actually be moving on if gaming literally doesn't appeal anymore. Playing feels like an obligation. You feel more satisfied doing other hobbies. You don't miss it when you're not gaming. You only play out of routine, and neither one is wrong. What matters is that it's not being forced by guilt or age expectations. So here's what I'd say directly to BeatemUps. And honestly, to anyone feeling this, and I know he's not exactly feeling this either, but you're not too old. You're human. Your brain changes. Your life changes. Your relationship with your hobbies changes. Take a break if you need one. Switch genres. Try shorter games, or step away entirely for just a few months. But don't ever convince yourself that age is the enemy. Age doesn't kill passion. Pressure does. Let your hobbies grow with you, not against you. If you're feeling this too, drop a comment. If gaming has changed for you, if it's getting harder to play, or if you're rediscovering it, I want to hear your story. And no, you're not too old for video games. You're just evolving.